Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our Guilderland Lady Dutch Senior Night. At this time, the Guilderland Lady Dutch Lacrosse program would like to welcome the Shaker Blue Bison and recognize the following Shaker seniors. Eva Berglund, Audrey Howell, Kylie Rose, Casey Pilla, Ann Smith, Madeline Easton, Sarah Bett, Caroline Austin, Catherine Lanahan, and Claire Cunningham. And now we'd like to recognize our Guilderland Lady Dutch 2025 Lacrosse Senior. Number 35, Madison Hamilton. Madison Hamilton is accompanied by her parents, Mary and Jay Hamilton, and her sister, Christina. Maddie has been a member of the varsity team for 4 years. She started playing lacrosse 8 years ago in the Guilderland Youth Lacrosse program. Maddie is a 3-sport athlete who is also on the Guilderland basketball and soccer teams, along with being an active member of the ADK Peak Lacrosse Club and a Morgan's Message ambassador. Maddie received the honor of Dutchman of the Week twice for her athletic accomplishments in lacrosse and basketball. Madison is also a successful entrepreneur who runs her own business, Maddie's Squeeze. Next year, Maddie will be attending the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, majoring in political science with a minor in entrepreneurship, as well as playing on the UMBC women's lacrosse team. Let's go Retrievers! Madison would like to thank Coach Hill, Coach Ciccarelli, Coach Dollard, as well as Coach White for helping her with the recruiting process and working with her over the years. Most importantly, Maddie would like to thank her parents for their continued love and support. Each year, the Guilderland Youth Lacrosse awards a scholarship to a graduating girls varsity lacrosse player who exemplifies leadership and camaraderie on and off the field. This year's recipient has been a great role model for our youth lacrosse girls and often gives her own time to come to work with our youth players. From her developmental years through her senior year in high school, she has focused on improving as a player and helping her team improve. She is a true leader who embodies what we hope younger Guilderland players will strive to become. We wish her all the best as she continues her lacrosse career at UMBC. Congratulations to the 2025 recipient, Madison Hamilton. Thank you to our senior and her family. And now for our starting lineups. From Shaker, number 2, Sarah Bett. Number 3, Katie Lanahan. Number 4, Kinley Putz. Number 8, Caroline Austin. Number 9, Tessa Carroll. Oh, no, that was number 10. Number 16, Casey Pilla. Number 22, Annie Smith. Number 24, Joelle Hanoush. Number 25, Libby Galalala. Number 26, Peyton Cerrone. Number 27, number 29, Caitlin McLaughlin. And number 99, Briella Fiacco. And now for today's starting lineup for the Guilderland Lady Dutch. Defender number 10, Reed McCutcheon. Number 8, defender Devin Orsini. Defender number 14, Jade Clark. Defender number 19, Alana DiPiero. At midfield, number 9, Sarah King. At midfield, number 7, Chelsea Callahan. At midfield, number 1, Mickey Luan. At attack, number 15, Olivia Bigness. At attack, number 20, Finley Schaefer. At attack, number 13, Gianna Hanna. At attack, number 5, Kylie Burke. And in goal, our senior, number 35, Madison Hamilton. At this time, we'd like to invite everyone to please rise for the national anthem as sung by Guilderland High School senior, Liam Yurden.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of
Good evening once again, everybody, and welcome to today's GHS Media broadcast. It's Girls Lacrosse Senior Night here at Guilderland High School as your Guilderland Lady Dutch take on the Shaker Lady Bison. Today is May 12th, 2025. I'm Sean Cunningham for today's game. The Lady Dutch come into the game with a record of 2-9 in the season, looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. As for the Bison, they are on a relatively nice streak of games as of late. They've won 5 of their last 6 and are currently looking to continue a 3-game winning streak. And before the game, the Lady Dutch honoring their senior goalkeeper, Madison Hamilton. Very nice ceremony on the field. Madison, a 3-sport athlete in basketball, soccer, and, of course, lacrosse, will be attending UMBC to play women's lacrosse in the fall. As we take a look at today's weather before the game, temperature currently stands at 76 degrees, humidity at 45%. Winds are currently moving to the southwest at 4 miles per hour, and it feels like 79 degrees. So a very nice day for lacrosse as we get set to go here at Guilderland High School. So the Lady Dutch looking to avenge a loss last time out against Saratoga. They were stonewalled in net in that game by the Blue Streaks goalkeeper Jenna Amodio, who stopped 9 of 10 shots in that game. Mickey Lewin was able to score, but that was the only goal that the Lady Dutch were able to get in that game. As we take a look at the sideline, Elizabeth Dollar, the head coach for the Lady Dutch, definitely wants to ensure that this team gets back in the win column today, but they're going to be doing so against a Shaker team who has been very good as of late. They won their last time out in a close affair against the Mahopac Wolfpack, winning 18-17. So it was a very close affair in that game. They were outscored 10-9 in the first half. So we take a look at the Bison on the sideline. Their head coach is Joe Policino. So they've won 18-17 last time. Were outscored 10-9 in the first half, but they outscored the Wolfpack 9-7 in the second half of that win. Elizabeth Gialinella scored 7 goals and added an assist in that game, while Sarah Bett and Tessa Carroll each scored hat tricks. And their goalkeeper, Caitlin McLaughlin, who is also going to be in net today, she made 6 saves in the win, while Mahopac keeper Amanda Carey stopped 11 against the Bison in that game. So Shaker winners of 5 of their last 6. Going to look to make it 6-7 and a 4-game winning streak here tonight as they take on the Lady Dutch. The Lady Dutch had 3 games on the road dating back to April 28th. Their last win was against Glens Falls on the 26th, which they beat them 19-8 in that game. They have won both their games this season at home, but they have yet to win on the road. So as last time out, they had a 15-1 loss against Saratoga, but they were relatively more competitive against Bethlehem back on the 3rd, only losing that game by a score of 12-11. So you might recall last season they had a bit of a blowout loss against Bethlehem then, so that was a nice sign of improvement there for the team. And Bethlehem and Shaker very similar record-wise. Both of them currently sit at 9-3. So you have to wonder if there's going to be a little bit of a similar matchup today for the team as we take a look at goalkeeper Maddie Hamilton. As mentioned, the only senior night honoree for the Lady Dutch this season. And she's going to be looking to get her team back in the win column today. She's an excellent goalkeeper, has been making some very, very nice saves over the last few years for the Lady Dutch. And getting a hug from her teammate on the sideline, Olivia Bigness. Those two have also been teammates on the women's basketball team. In fact, Hamilton has quite a few teammates in multiple different sports. Jade Kark as well on this team and in the starting lineup tonight. So both teams currently waiting to get set to go. Shaker still meeting near the sideline. The Lady Dutch relatively out there to start today's game. Olivia Bigness is near the center circle. And as such, she has been taking the good majority of the draws this season for the Lady Dutch. Also a very good goal scorer for the Lady Dutch this season. Also that way in field hockey as well. So she sees a lot of time on this turf throughout the year. Both teams now getting set to line up. Bigness will be taking the draw here. And we are just a minute away from 7 o'clock start time, so we might be starting a little bit earlier. As the referee getting the draw set up, Bigness taking it. And it's up in the air, and we are underway here in Guilderland with the Bison currently in possession here. It's Gialinella currently in possession here for the Bison, fresh off a 7-goal game last time out. And the Bison still in control here. Tessa Carroll with it now. And she gives it off to Caroline Austin. Now towards the net, it was Kinley Pulse there. Moved back out. And the Bison still look for a chance here as Sarah Bett gets it over now to Austin. Near the sideline for Pulse, back up top for Bett. Bett near the side of the cage. That pass gets blocked down low. Lady Dutch looking to retrieve it. They cannot. Now it's picked up again by Shaker. That pass missed, but the Bison still in control here as it's taken now by Bett. Bett moved down low. Hamilton trying to cover it and does so. Got a little bit behind her, but she still is able to get the stick and make the save. And the Lady Dutch now looking to advance up the field here as it was knocked out of the stick of Elena DiPiero. She will go to retrieve it now. Near the sideline with it now is Devin Orsini, the sophomore. Now brings it along to Reed McCutcheon. That was picked off, and now it's picked up by Casey Pilla going the other way. Pilla comes in, makes the move on Kark, puts on goal, save Hamilton! And that bounces away all the way out. Catherine Lanahan picked it up, and a grid first chance there, saved by Hamilton. But the Bison still threatening here. Taken near the sideline here by Kinley Pulse. Goes toward the net. Now in the middle for Bett. Bett looks across. Now finds it to Lanahan all the way back up. Put on goal. Hamilton able to stick that one away. And out to the corner goes Lanahan, less than 10 to go. So Shaker starting off pretty well so far, getting the majority of the offensive chances here. Hamilton's made a good save so far, though. That gets blocked by Luyan and picked up into the stick by Sarah King. So good defense there by the Lady Dutch as King continues to move up the sideline. Had the ball knocked away by Bett. And passes it back now to DiPiero, who picks it up. And she'll give it over to Jade Kark. Kark taking a few stick checks, able to get through. Still holding on. She'll flip it over to Mickey Luyan. And now over for Schaefer. And now Bigness with it. And she'll swap places here with Gianna Hanna and go behind the net. Bigness flips it over. And with it now is Chelsea Callahan. Looking across, tried to find Bigness on the pass. It got out of her stick. And trying to make the move forward here are the Bison, and it's now taken by Sarah Bett. She has a lot of open field to deal with here. Coming into the zone, here comes Bett. Looking for a pass, puts on goal, they score. Elizabeth Giannanella with the first goal of the game for the Bison. So 8:21 to go here in the first. A quick shot on goal. All All right, we are back. Stream momentarily died for a second. We apologize for that, but we are back to game action right now as the Bison currently with a 1-0 lead on Giallanella's goal. And it's currently taken behind the net here as it's picked up by Lanahan. And it's moved back out over to Sarah Bett. Bett across and a whistle just as Pila was about to take that shot. So Pila now with a good chance here after the infraction. And she'll go on net, shoot, score. So Casey Pila now makes it 2-0 Bison. Straight shot that goes right to the back of the net past Hamilton. And very quickly, Shaker has opened up a 2-0 lead with 7.5 to go. So that goal will be unassisted. As Pila quickly got the shot off right off the whistle. Able to maneuver that one by Hamilton. And we have yet another draw here with Gialanella and Bigness. One all the way back, and it's picked up quickly there by Kylie Burke for the Lady Dutch, so a win there for Bigness off the draw. Burke able to move it over to Chelsea Callahan. Had to avoid a lot of pressure there. Now here comes Bigness. Holding on to the ball here. Her and Luyan swap. And it's flipped all the way back to Callahan. And now over to the stick of Luyan. Luyan flips it over to Schaefer. Schaefer trying to maneuver in, trying to find the lane, shoots and scores! Finley Schaefer fights through the defense and puts that one in past the goalkeeper, Kayla McLaughlin, and the Lady Dutch have cut Shaker's lead in half. 6:51 to go, it's 2-1. So Schaefer fights through, goes short side with that shot. You can credit Luyan there with the assist on that one. And Luyan, as I mentioned, the only goal last time out, adding her name to the scorecard early. So Lady Dutch got a good win on the draw by Bigness, able to find the shot very quickly. A good dedication there by Schaefer to get it loose, and now it's flung all the way back again. Schaefer trying to pick it up. And finally does so as there was a few players going after it for both sides there. Kylie Burke with it now. And she flips it all the way back to Schaefer. Now Luyan. Up top, flips it over to Bigness. Bigness trying to fight through here as forced to backpedal with the defense there from Ann Smith. Now with it is Burke. Took the pass from Schaefer, now Hannah. Dropped it. And the pressure gets to her, and it's picked up by Casey Pila. Sarah Bett rushing the other way here for the Bison. And she'll go behind the net. With it there is Catherine Lanahan. Move back over. Pila with the pass. That one went to nobody, and it's picked up by Bett. A little further away from the play. Bett holding on up top. Gets it back over to Casey Pila. Lanahan lost the ball. Good defense there by DiPiero, and now it's picked up by Orsini, but the whistle had already blown. And now goes back to Schaefer. Excuse me, Shaker on that one. And Tessa Carroll had it picked up near the sidelines, so now she has a chance to extend Shaker's lead back to 2. Still just over 5 minutes and counting here. Here's Carroll on goal, scores. And Tessa Carroll puts that one right by Hamilton and extends Shaker's lead back to 2. Now coming fresh off a hat trick, 4 goals in her last 2 games for the junior, for the Shaker Bison. And just a rip of a shot that got over the stick of Hamilton and past her. And it's back to a 2-goal lead again. Gialinella and Bigness once again on the draw here. And this time won very cleanly that time as it went right in the stick of Chelsea Callahan. Leydutch currently holding on near the sideline here as it's picked up now by Gianna Hanna. Anna looking, now finds it back to Chelsea Callahan. Now back to Hanna again. So Leydutch look to get their formation here. Hanna motioning over. Puts it right over to Finley Schaefer now. Bigness now takes the pass up top. Having to backpedal a little bit there as Ann Smith now tries to fight her off. That pass goes on goal, and it bounced right near the stick of McLaughlin. It was a pass intended for Luyen, and it got right by her and right on goal. So McLaughlin had to be aware of that one, and she was able to stop it clean near the net as Schaefer takes the pass from Hanna. To avoid a little bit of pressure, now finds Olivia Bigness. Bigness holding on. Finds the pass in front. Shot taken. And it's saved by the goalkeeper, McLaughlin. On the chance there, Kylie Burke had a chance to make it a 3-2 game. And McLaughlin able to keep it a 2-goal game for now as it's now advanced upfield by Emma Davis. And she avoids a couple stick checks, had the ball knocked loose, but the whistle blows. And Shaker will remain with it as Casey Pila takes the pass. And once again, the ball knocked loose and another whistle. Once again, Shaker stays with it after the infractions committed. Caroline Austin with the pass over to Bett. Up top, Davis. Now near the sideline, in front, shot, score. Tessa Carroll nets her second of the game on the assist from Caroline Lanahan. And Shaker now has opened up a 4-1 lead with 2:43 to go in the first. So Lanahan got that pass right over the stick, and wide open in front was Carroll. And that's her second goal of the evening already. As Shaker once again capitalizes on their chance. And they extend the lead again. So Bigness taking the draw here, Gialinella as well. Bigness doing quite well so far, winning the majority of the draws taken. That's up in the air this time. Gialinella using the reach is able to get up to it. Her pass goes over the head of Bett. And Bett has to rush to keep it in. Trailing her near the sideline was Schaefer. Made a little bit of contact as well, so Bett will take it back again. And near the sideline, pass was complete to Austin, but a whistle as well. Taken here once again, Bett. Thought about shooting, tried to get it across, now does so to Lanahan. Pila now back over to Bett. Austin near the side. Kinley Poles holding on to it there. Now back to Austin. Austin tried to find a pass that went off the stick a bit, and it's picked up near the cage by Orsini. Good awareness there. Hamilton had to jump to take that pass. And it's taken now by Reed McCutcheon, the freshman. Trailing near the sideline, still holding on through the pressure put on by Bet. McCutcheon has to fire it back. It went off the stick of DiPiero, but DiPiero still able to get through the defense. Now rushes toward the net. That pass goes too far for Kylie Burke, but the whistle blew right as the pass was being made. So 1:07 to go here in the first. Lady Dutch currently down 4-1. Emily Bigness currently holding on to the ball here as we're now trying to figure out what the situation is. But the Lady Dutch are going to remain with the ball. It's Lizzie Dollar getting confirmation from the referee near the sideline. And now Emily Bigness comes rushing in. Got the pass off to Luyen. Now floats over to Finley Schaefer. Near the sideline, Callahan. Back up top, Schaefer. Now to Olivia Bigness. Flips it over to Emily. Emily over to Hannah. Hannah trying to make the move. Can't find the lane. Forced to backpedal again. Now it's taken by Finley Schaefer. 60 to go on the shot clock here. Taken by Luyen. And now, once again, Olivia Bigness. Bigness goes toward the middle. Can't quite find the shot. Now finds Schaefer on the pass. Schaefer, once again, has to backpedal. Now Bigness takes it again. Six seconds to go here in the first. Bigness takes the pass. Luyen, fire, scores! Nikki Luyen to the back of the net. And it will count. Right at the end of the first, Luyen a buzzer beater to cut the lead in half at 4-2. And that's quite a way to go into the rest period here for the Lady Dutch. Luyen fires it on goal. Lady Dutch doing a good job with letting the clock run out. Finding the perfect opportunity to make a play, and there was Luyen to fire it to the back of the cage, right by the goalkeeper, McLaughlin. And that's where we stand at the end of the first quarter of play. Lady Dutch currently looking to come back from a 4-2 deficit, but they have cut into the lead, and we will be right back with more Lady Dutch action in just a little bit. Welcome back to Guilderland High School, everybody. We are just about to start the second quarter here in Guilderland as the Shaker Bison currently out to a 4-2 lead against the Lady Dutch here on senior night. Currently for the Lady Dutch, Finley Schaefer and Mickey Luyen have the goals. And as for the Bison, Tessa Carroll with 2 goals on the afternoon, as well as Casey Pila with 1 and Elizabeth Gialinella with 1 as well. Gialinella is going to take another draw here with Olivia Bigness. Who assisted on a buzzer beater goal to Mickey Luyen with time winding down in the first. So Lady Dutch looking to get off to a good start here in the second. They have a bit of momentum coming off that goal. That was picked up by Luyen as Bigness able to win the draw herself. And completes the pass over to Chelsea Callahan, who's with it near the sideline. That pass goes over the stick of Gianna Hanna, and she's forced off it, but it went all the way back to Chelsea Callahan. And it's currently taken behind the net here for the Lady Dutch, as now got a whistle here as Hanna was knocked down near the side here, as now the Bison come up all the other way. It's, I believe, Peyton Cerrone with it now for the Bison. It's now taken by Sarah Bett. Now Gialinella looking to get the angle here. That pass is blocked and picked up by DiPiero, who lost it, and immediately it was picked up by Pila. And the Bison still holding on to it here as Austin gets a pass across, shot, score. And it's Casey Pila again with her second goal on the afternoon. She's got the pass over from Caroline Austin and was able to shoot that one by Hamilton. And now just like that, it's back to a 3-goal game with the Bison now leading 5-2. So a few turnovers result in the Shaker goal to start off the second here. As Bigness and Gialinella once again taking another draw. One up, Luyen chasing after it, and is able to get to it first as Ann Smith and her were battling for it, and Luyen is back the other way. Tripped up a little bit, it looked like. Got the pass to Schaefer. Schaefer drops it, trying to retrieve it. Impeded a little bit there by Fiacco. And Schaefer holds on to it. Up near the side, now gives it back to Luyen. Taken back by Emily Bigness. And now back to Schaefer again. Schaefer looks, finds the pass across to Hanna. Taken by Emily Bigness, now behind the net it goes. Olivia Bigness looking. Has a lot of pressure to face here, has to get the pass up, and does so over to Hanna. Hanna still looking for a play here, still can't find the lane, and now it's picked up by Schaefer again. 38 seconds to go on the shot clock. Schaefer still looking, finds Luyen. Now behind the net once again, Bigness. Luyen back behind the net. Makes the move, tries to put on goal. That one's knocked away by the goalkeeper, McLaughlin, and picked up by Joelle Hanoush near the sideline. And it's played on a bounce now by Gialinella. Gialinella knocked down on the play. Nearly intercepted, but the Bison's still holding on to it. Now out front, shot scores. Gialinella with her second goal of the game. And once again, Shaker capitalizes on the turnover. And they have a 4-goal lead at 6-2. Another good pass there from Caroline Austin. So that'll be her second assist of the day and make that 9 goals now for Gialinella in her last 2. She had 7 last time out for the Bison in their win over Mahopac last time. So the draw near the center circle here once again. Bigness and Gialinella. And nearly put back by Bigness. Might have gotten hit in the face with that one. And down on the play went Callahan, but the Bison's still in possession here with Ann Smith. Going near the sideline. Tessa Carroll having to backpedal a little bit now. Now takes it and gives it over near the side to Sarah Bett. Bett near the middle for Pila. And it's taken now by Lanahan. Now back to Pila. Up top, Bett moves it over to Austin. And missing the pass behind the net was Lanahan. Hamilton went out to retrieve. It went out of play, and Hamilton will pick up a new ball. And the Lady Dutch will resume possession here. And nice pass over the middle, finding Schaefer. Schaefer has a lot of blue to get through. Now goes near the sideline. Still managing to hold on here. And can't find the shooting lane. Now gets it out over for Emily Bigness up top. And now it's back over to Olivia. Back over to Schaefer, now back to Bigness. Bigness still with it up top. Had to backpedal to get away from Smith there. Still managing to hold on here. Now up top with it is Luyan. Anush doing a good job of defending as well. Now it's taken by Schaefer going near the sideline. Schaefer still looking for the angle, can't find it. It's being pushed away by Davis. Now 9 seconds to go on the shot clock. Hannah trying to get by. Fires it on goal, it goes wide. And out of play it goes. And the shot clock expires, so Shaker will once again take it over. Briella Fiacco going up to retrieve the new ball. She gets the pass over to Joelle Hanoush. Launches the pass forward over to Bett. And she gets it over now to Tessa Carroll, already with 2 goals on the day. Taken now by Gialinella. In fact, all the goal scorers so far for Shaker have 2. Carroll, Pila, and Gialinella. Still in possession now. Bett motioning over to all the players now, the coach as well on the sideline. Davis takes the pass, now gets it over to Gialinella again. Now Bett going up top, and a whistle. Once again, a penalty attempt here for the Bison. Bet goes in, shoots, scores. And Sarah Bet, their first of the afternoon, makes it a 7-2 game. 5:23 to go here in the second quarter. Another player that had a hat trick last time out for the Bison gets on the board. And it's now a 5-goal lead for Shaker. Hamilton just not quite able to make the stick save there. So Bigness and Gialinella once again on the draw here. 5:23 to go. As Shaker currently outscoring Guilderland 3-0 here in the second. Luyan trying to control the bouncing ball there, and Gialinella with the stick infraction there is now Luyan trying to backpedal through two defenders there. Being backed up all the way near the center line. And it's taken by Luyan on the pass from DiPiero that time. And we have another whistle here as we're trying to figure out what's going on. So we had to do a clock reset. So now we're back to action here. And Hannah's with it behind the net. And the lanes have been pretty well closed for the Lady Dutch in this game so far. Only have managed 2 goals and not that many shots. Shaker's defense certainly playing very well to start things off. As Luyan handling it, now gives it over to Kylie Burke. And Finley Schaefer takes it now, trying to spin through. Puts on goal. That one sticked away by the goalkeeper, McLaughlin. Shot clock resets after that one. Now it's taken by Schaefer again. And now it's Mickey Luyan. Near the top, it's Hannah. Can't quite find the lane. Gives it back over to Schaefer again. Now up top with it is Hannah. Trying to spin through, had the ball go out of the stick, and McLaughlin is able to pick it up. So good awareness there by the goalkeeper, McLaughlin again. He's had a couple interesting shots like that happen so far tonight. There was a pass attempt that went on goal, as Hamilton makes a nice save on Sarah Bet the other way. And it's fought forward now by Finley Schaefer, as now the Bison have to get back. And Schaefer getting impeded a little bit there by Briella Fiacco. And the passing continues here for the Lady Dutch as Luyan with it now. And she fires it over to Schaefer. Now back to Luyan again. Taken behind the net now for Olivia Bigness again. Now back over to Emily. Can't quite find the angle. Now it's back to Luyan again. So a lot of passing plays going near the net right now as Bigness tries to fight 3. Bigness a shot, no good. And the rebound quickly goes back to the Bison as Emma Davis picks it up. And the Bison looking for another breakaway opportunity here. Taken by Carroll again. And she has to be forced back by DiPiero. Catherine Lanahan. Now Casey Pila again. 1:37 and counting to go. Shaker now has Kinley Pulse emerge from the sideline. And pass dropped by Gialinello. She'll pick it right back up. And now it's taken once again by Pila going towards the net. Dropped it momentarily, now picked up again by Bet. Bet's still looking for a play up top. Now tries to make a move, shoots it on goal, goes wide. And will be picked up behind the net by Tessa Carroll again. Still 20 seconds to go here as Lanahan takes the pass, still looking for a play. Gets it over for Austin. Now a shot on goal, wide again. That one was from Pila that time. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Shaker still looking for a play. And it expires. So now the Lady Dutch have 25 seconds and counting here to get yet another buzzer beater. They haven't scored yet here in the second. Now would be a good time to see if they can try. And the pass goes away. Jade Kark goes over to pick it up. Still 10 seconds. Hamilton's got to launch one down the field. It's caught by DiPiero, dropped out of the stick, and the time expires for the second quarter play and the first half of today's game. So Shaker with 7 goals in the first half, outscoring the Lady Dutch 3-0 and 4-2 in the second and first quarter respectively. They have a 5-goal lead as we have entered halftime. So as we take a look at some of the replays here, I've seen a lot of physicality so far between these two teams. A few bumps, a few intercepted plays. See Finley Schaefer just doing her best to try and get a shot there. She tried to get through traffic. She has one of the 2 goals so far for the Lady Dutch. I'm going to look to have a big second half in order to get back in this game. So Shaker with a 7-2 lead at halftime. We'll be back with more second half action in just a little bit. You're watching Guilderland Lady Dutch Lacrosse here on the GHS Media YouTube channel. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. We're just about to start the second half here in today's girls lacrosse varsity game between the Shaker Bison and the Guilderland Lady Dutch. Shaker currently with a 7-2 lead as we get back to action. I'm Sean Cunningham. So for the first quarter play, Shaker outscored Guilderland 4-2 and then 3-0 in the second quarter. So Lady Dutch are looking to get back on the score sheet here as Olivia Bigness once again taking the draw. Merely going up against Elizabeth Gialinella, who scored 2 goals so far for the Bison in this game. And this time it is won by Finley Schaefer as she gets the ball knocked away, but quickly got it back. And Jade Kark now trying to get through a few defenders, going towards the sideline. And able to get through now as it's still remaining with Kark. Kark still looking for a pass. Has to go all the way back now to find Mickey Luyen. Both of them swap out. Now it's taken by Schaefer. Schaefer with the first Lady Dutch goal of the game, scored back in the first. Flips it over now to Bigness. And Bigness now gets it over to Mickey Luyen. Luyen with the flip pass again, this time to Sarah King. And now King gets it over to Burke. Burke finds Hannah now. Still trying to find a potential play here. The passes continue here as Chelsea Callahan now is with it. And once again, it's now Sarah King. And near the middle here, Schaefer able to get loose, puts on goal and scores! And that's the way you want to start things off here in the second half. Finley Schaefer with her second goal of the game. And with 10:45 to go here in the third, a very quick set of events for the Lady Dutch. As Schaefer able to find open space, and throughout the game so far tonight, Shaker has not been leaving a lot of lanes open, but Schaefer able to find that open lane and fire it past the goalkeeper, Kayla McLaughlin. And we are back to a 4-goal game now as it's 7-3 Shaker. So multi-point nights tonight for Luyen and now Schaefer. So Luyen also scored the second goal of the game back in the first on a buzzer beater that went by the goalkeeper McLaughlin. Flipped out, Luyen gives chase and picks it up near the sideline. Taking a couple stick checks there from Ann Smith. And Luyen near the side picks a pass to Finley Schaefer, now gets it back. Those two now swap places, and Luyen looks for a play up top. A lot of open space near the net, and now it closes up a little bit, so Luyen has to backpedal, and she'll give it right back to Finley Schaefer again. And Schaefer once again speeding in, puts it on goal. That time it gets stopped all the way to the corner now, and it's retrieved there by Kylie Burke. And Burke gets it over now for Schaefer again. Schaefer holding on up top. Bigness being guarded as well as Luyen down near the net. On pass across, that is now in the stick of Callahan. Callahan gets it out front. Shot scores! Luyen gets the goal, her second of the game. 2 quick goals to start off the third quarter. And Guilderland starting to chip away here. It's 7-4 here in the third. So Callahan got the pass to Luyen, who had open space in the middle. And Luyen able to put that one by the goalkeeper McLaughlin for her second goal of the game. 3 goals in her last 2. And the crowd's starting to get a little more into it now as the Lady Dutch starting things off well here in the third with 2 quick goals. Bigness once again on the draw with Gialinella again. Up in the air, Bigness almost made the catch, now holds onto it near the sidelines, picked up now by Burke near the sideline. Burke fought her way towards the net, had the ball knocked loose, the whistle blows. And now Burke might have a chance to get on the score sheet here with 9:10 and counting to go. And a start like this, just what Guilderland wants. They already have 2 quick goals, and now Burke hesitated, now puts it behind the net. Out front, misfired out of the stick, and now it's picked up away from the fracas down there by Sarah King. And King now gets it over to Gianna Hanna. Hanna holds on, makes the spin move, tries to go around, now finds Callahan on the pass. Over up top to Schaefer. Schaefer pushed back. And it's taken by Callahan again. Looks up top, now finds it over for Schaefer again. Down low, Bigness. Can't quite find the angle, it goes out of her stick, and now Shaker has a chance to move upfield, and they do so now with Tessa Carroll, completes the pass over. Gialinella approaches near the sideline. Looks for a play, goes behind the net. With it now Lanahan, now it's passed over to Bet. Bet fires it over. Passing continues here for Shaker. Fake pass there from Kinley Pulse out front. They score, and it's a hat trick for Tessa Carroll. Another capitalization off the turnover there, and Shaker extends the goal lead back to 4 as Carroll got it out front of Maddie Hamilton, and now it's a 4-goal lead again, 7:35 to go. As Carroll had to reach a little bit for that pass, but she got just enough of it to put it to the back of the cage, and now we're going to see a change here with the face-off. As Gialinella steps out, Audrey Howell, who hasn't seen much action tonight, is now in the circle. Shaker looking for a bit of a different strategy here, as Bigness has been able to win most of the draws so far tonight. Up in the air, and a big collision there as Schaefer ran into one of the players for the Bison. That's Kinley Pulse. Still a little bit of a battle now as it's picked up near the center line by Callahan. He'll be left with the Bison after the infraction there, as Hannah now throws another stick check on Ann Smith. And Austin gets the pass over, Lanahan with it behind the cage as Shaker's still looking for a pass, hesitate. Now back over to Bet. Bet across for Gialinella looking for the pass down low. Bet fires and scores. So Sarah Bet gets another goal on the board, another multi-goal game for the Bison. Now up to 4 on the day as Gialinella picks up the assist on the shot by Bet. And just like that, Shaker is now back up to a 5-goal lead at 9-4. So tonight for the Bison, Carroll with a hat trick, Pila with 2 goals, Gialinella with 2, and now Bet with a multi-goal game herself. Also coming off a hat trick last time out. And she's able to put another one on the board. In fact, everyone who has scored for both sides tonight has a multi-goal game. The Lady Dutch's 2 goal scorers tonight have been Luyen, who has 2, and Schaefer, who also has 2. In terms of assists, you have Callahan as well as Bigness, who have assists tonight for the Lady Dutch. And once again, Howell on the draw for the Bison against Bigness, and that one a little bit of a false start, so we'll have to redo it. Up in the air, Bigness knocks it down. It goes right to the stick of Schaefer. So another win there for the Lady Dutch sophomore. Off the draw is Schaefer. Has to elude a few defenders, and now pass it over for Luyen again. Luyen over to Bigness. Taken now by Sarah King. And King moves it over now for Callahan. And it's back with Bigness again. Bigness flips the pass to Callahan. Still looking for a chance here, the Lady Dutch, after scoring the first two of the period. They now have 2 goals allowed for the Bison to follow that up. And Burke lost the handle. Fighting for it is Hanush. She'll pick it up. And another turnover is capitalized on for the moment as Aubrey Howell now rushing all the other way. Excuse me, Audrey. As Lanahan still looking for a pass here, moving away from the net. And she'll find it over for Gialinella. Motion to cross and a whistle just as Lanahan had a potential shot opportunity. So it'll stay with Gialinella looking to get the second hat trick here for the Bison. Fired on goal, and she does. So the third goal of the game for Elizabeth Gianinella. She now joins Tessa Carroll in the hat trick department tonight for the Bison. And now that's their third goal of the third quarter. As Gialinella, a bit of a low shot that got right by Hamilton. And Shaker has reached double digits in a 6-goal lead at 10-4. So Shaker once again with a 10-goal game. They have scored 10 goals in all 3 games of their current winning streak. So they try an inch closer to making it a 4-game winning streak here as Howell on the draw once again with Bigness. And once again a whistle just is about to be picked up by Pulse. It'll go right back to the Lady Dutch. And they'll start forward here as Jade Kark had the pass. It was dropped on the play by King. Still looking to get to it here, Kark. And she does, and she's able to get through a couple defenders as well. And advances it forward here for Guilderland. Taken by Bigness, lost the ball again, but the whistle blows on the stick check. And Bigness will take the ball here. It's passed over now to Schaefer again. And back up top with it is Bigness again. Near the sidelines, picked up behind the net by Emily Bigness that time. Looking for the pass out front, finds Callahan. Callahan back to Emily Bigness, and now pass nearly intercepted. Hanush got in the way and picked it off, but the whistle blows again. Lady Dutch will stay with it. It's a little too tight on the coverage there. Play resumes here. Bigness trying to get the pass over to her sister Olivia. Olivia has to pick it up. Holds onto it near the sideline. And Schaefer tries to find the open lane again. Goes toward the net. 20 seconds and counting to go on the shot clock. Schaefer shoved away. Finds it over to Luyen again. Luyen. 12 seconds to go. Still looking for a chance. Luyen has to deal with a few players. Can't find the lane. Now gets past. Luyen fires it. No good on the shot. And it's picked up just as the whistle blows. They have 1 second before the shot attempt was made. Luyen has to fire this quickly. And she does, and it goes wide off the stick of the goalkeeper, McLaughlin. So McLaughlin stayed with it the whole time. And Shaker will now take the turnover again. Luyen looking for the hat trick on that shot, already with 2 goals on the day. And that one gets knocked out of the stick of Sarah Bett. Kicked forward now, and it goes right to Kira Pulse. And now 2:06 and counting to go. And another whistle, and it's now going to be picked up by Carroll. Her and Pulse go back and forth. Taken here by Lanahan. She goes behind the net. Looks for a pass, now finds one in Casey Pila, and that gets intercepted. And the Lady Dutch hold on to it there with Reed McCutcheon defending. Hamilton now comes out of the crease and is going to advance all the way to the center circle, still holding on to it, still breaking through. Hamilton's all the way at the other side, got the pass across, now shot taken, no good. And Burke was looking to give Hamilton an assist right there, but the save was made by McLaughlin. The crowd got really amped up after that one as the ball goes out of play. And now it's back near the center line, so a bit of entertainment right there as Hamilton got the pass over to Burke after traversing the whole length of the field. So 34 seconds to go here in the third. Shaker up 10-4. As they look for one last chance here. Taken by Bett. Over now for Pila. Pila trying to find the angle, goes behind the net. Lanahan out front. A bouncer on goal. Hamilton comes out of the cage, picks it up, takes a couple whacks in the process, but holds on. 5 seconds to go. Lady Dutch are going to have a long shot to get it forward. They are not able to, as DiPiero might have taken a little bit of a whack there with the stick right at the end of the third. But that is going to be it for the third quarter of play, as Shaker, after the Lady Dutch scored the first 2 goals of the third quarter of play, answer with 3 unanswered of their own. And they have a 6-goal lead as we head to the fourth quarter play here in Guilderland. Shaker with a 6-goal lead at 10-4 when we return. All right, everybody, welcome back to Guilderland. We are just about to start the fourth quarter here between the Bison and the Lady Dutch. Bison currently with a 10-4 lead. As once again, Olivia Bigness will be taking the draw against Audrey Howell. Howell's seen quite a bit of action here in the second half. Gialinella had been taking the majority of the face-off so far in the game, but with Bigness doing very well on the draws tonight, they decide to go with somebody else. So we are now in the final 12 minutes of regulation here as it's won back and picked up by Ann Smith very quickly. They weren't sure if the play was going to continue, but now Smith breaks free and gives the pass over to Tessa Carroll. Now goes behind the net for Catherine Lanahan. So Shaker so far in the second half outscoring the Lady Dutch 3-2 as they did in the third quarter. Looking to tack on a little bit more here as Sarah Bett gave the pass over, and now rushing towards the net and firing a shot on goal that went wide was Austin. Austin with a couple assists, looking for her first goal of the night. Wasn't able to get it on goal. Now a nice pass out front. Shot, score. And once again, it's going to be Elizabeth Gialinella. That'll be her fourth goal of the day, and very quickly to start the fourth quarter, 47 seconds in, Shakers extended the lead again at 11-4. Another open lane left for Gialinella in front of the cage. And it'll be 11 goals in the last two games for the junior for the Shaker Bison. So Bigness once again taking the draw. Luyan fighting for it. Still trying to pick it up. Quite a few players going at it there as Luyan now gets knocked over, but the Bison able to pick it up with Peyton Cerrone rushing all the way towards the net. For the Bison, now it's taken by Lanahan. Lanahan behind the net as Shaker has already gotten off to a rousing start here. Couple of quick offensive chances as Lanahan finds it over for Kinley Pulse. Trying to fend, and now a pass goes over. Back to Pulse, fires, scores. And that goes right to the back of the net again. Another assist for Lanahan as Pulse gets her first goal of the night. And that one by Hamilton, 2 quick goals, and it's now 12-4. So 2 goals in a minute 33. That one quickly won by the Lady Dutch as Luyan and go right into her stick as she moves down near the sideline. Pass it over now for Callahan. Moved across, and it's taken now by Hannah. Hannah had a bit of an open lane, now finds it over for Schaefer. Luyan there. And Hannah takes it again. Hannah over for Callahan. And a flip over now to Schaefer. Schaefer looking to make the moves. Goes toward the net. It bounced out of her stick. And right into the stick of Caitlin McLaughlin again. I think that's the second time tonight McLaughlin's had to make a save like that as the ball came right out of the stick and right into hers. And right behind the net, it is Catherine Lanahan. With 3 assists so far on the night, looking for another potential pass play here. Lanahan gives it behind the net to Kira Pulse out front. A little bit of a battle there as it's finally picked up, and the Bison remain in control as Sarah Bett now comes rushing in, fires, and scores. And it's a hat trick for Sarah Bett. The 3rd hat trick of the night for the Bison. And with 8:44 to go after a bit of commotion in front of the net, Bett extends the lead to 9. And a big rush toward the net. That one got by Hamilton. And with 8:44 to go, we are going to now take a timeout on the field as Shaker, with 3 goals in the first 3:16 of the 4th quarter, they are in control as we take a timeout here in Guilderland. 9-goal lead for the Bison when we return.
I should have videoed you watching it. That's what I should have done.
We are back here in Guilderland, 8:44 to go here in the 4th quarter of play. Shaker quickly able to win the draw, and it's picked up by Audrey Howell, already rushing towards the net. And to go to the sideline there, and it's taken now by Lanahan, now back to Howell. Up top, Sarah Bett, and that goes out of the stick of Lanahan, has to go over and retrieve it. Now back with it is Bett. Checked a little bit by DiPiero, makes the spin move, goes up towards the net, and scores. There was a flag that went up in the air, but it won't matter now as Bett gets her 4th goal of the evening. Firing that one by Hamilton, and once again, another quick goal for the Bison. There was a flag that came up, but it won't matter now. So now 4 goals in the 4th quarter of play for the Bison. Started out the quarter leading 10-4. And the lead keeps increasing here as Bigness and Howell once again taking the draw. And we're in the final 7 minutes. One immediately back to Ann Smith. Perfect play right off the draw. Shaker has won these last two clean. And Smith holding on now, gets the pass back over to Pila. Moving over now, it's Howell. Near the net, Carroll. Now back to Howell. And reached up in the air for Davis, and Davis backpedals, now goes towards the net. Checked off by DiPiero. Able to get the pass over for Bet. Bet over now for Carroll. Out front, shot scored. And Casey Pila nets another Shaker hat trick, her third of the game, and give the assist over to Carroll. So that makes it 8 unanswered goals now for the Bison. We're only up 7-4 at one point in the third quarter, but now have a 15-4 advantage after that last shot. So the score sheet now reads for the Bison, Bet and Gialinella with 4, Carroll and Pila with 3, and Kinley Pulse with the other goal. As Callahan, who was taking the draw, has to fight for it here. And now finally is able to get loose and pick one up. Callahan the pass, that goes over. It goes right to Luyen, though. Luyen has to back up, though, as a few players down low had to defend. There was no way she was going to be able to get through right there, as time continuing to wind down here. We're now down to the final 4:42 and counting. And Schaefer gives it over to Avery Ralston. Down to the game as Callahan takes the pass back. And Hannah reaches up for that one. She's been held scoreless tonight, looking for a chance now as two Shaker defenders converging there, Bet and Davis. Able to fight that off, and now Bigness goes toward the net. That one comes loose, and the whistle quickly blows. The hanky is out from the referee. So now Bigness looking to get the first goal of the fourth quarter here as she rushes in towards the net, puts it up, it goes over the cage. And near the corner, Schaefer has to pick it up. Knocked off it briefly. And it's back now to Bigness again. Looks across, finds Emily Bigness. Now two sisters go back and forth with it. Olivia with it now. Chelsea Callahan holds it up top. There's 3 seconds to go. So got to make a chance at a shot. They are not able to do so. And Shaker will once again take it back. So there was an infraction, though. They will have Luyen attempt another shot. They had this happen back earlier in the game. That shot went wide anyway. And Hannah has to rush back into the play. They'll reset now. And Shaker will take it back. So a couple chances there for the Lady Dutch, aren't able to go. And now Shaker moving all the way down the field. As rushing toward the net and scoring is Kira Pulse, putting it to the back of the net. And 2.5 and counting to go. Shaker once again capitalizes on another turnover. And the Pulse sisters now able to have 2 goals on the score sheet today. Kinley with 1, and now Kira nets 1 past Hamilton to make it 16-4. So once again, the draw will be taken here by Chelsea Callahan and Audrey Howell. That was won back by the Lady Dutch, but an offside call will put it right back to the Bison yet again. Howell takes the pass back, 1:25 to go. They still technically have a shot clock to work with here, so they have to at least get a shot off at one point, unless there is a turnover. Emma Davis out the pass over to Casey Pila again. And she's fended off by Finley Schaefer for now. And that pass goes all the way back to Kira Pulse, who just scored the goal. Pulse circles around, finds the pass. Shot, save Hamilton. And it bounced away over to Finley Schaefer. And the cheers come out for the goalkeeper Hamilton after that save. As back the other way, Schaefer is forced to run out near the sideline. Do the infraction there, Bigness. Now comes away with it, shoots and scores with 22 seconds to go. So Olivia Bigness gets on the board with that goal. And that is likely to close the rest of this game out here, as Bigness able to get through the defense there. Had a few players to get through, and she put it right to the back of the cage, and that is it, as the horn sounds here in Guilderland for this one. So the Shaker Bison, a big second half, able to fend off the Lady Dutch here tonight by a final score of 16-5. They continue their 3-game winning streak and extend it to 4. So Lady Dutch will fall on the season to 2-10. Shaker improves to 10-3. As Maddie Hamilton getting the embraces from her teammates on the sideline, her final home matchup as a Lady Dutch player on the season. As we take a look here at the final save she made on the fighting chance there for Audrey Howell, who was not able to get on the score sheet but did play a bit of a role in the second half, especially on the face-offs. Now for Maddie Hamilton, she has seen a lot of games in 3 sports during her time in Guilderland. And tonight was the last one at home for her in her varsity career. And she had quite a nice send-off here tonight for the senior night ceremony. Certainly not the scoring result that she wanted, but that is how we are going to close things out for tonight. So Shaker gets the win. And that is going to wrap things up for our GHS Media broadcast. Thank you all very much for tuning in to tonight's game. I'm Sean Cunningham, and we will see you back here again on the next media broadcast. Take care and have a great rest of your night, everybody.